It's now my pleasure to invite the chair of the Symposium Organizing Committee, Dr. Svetlana Chigaeva-Heddad, to deliver her opening speech. Dr. Chigaeva-Heddad, please.
Thank you, Cecily, and thank you, Professor Hong, for such wonderful words of encouragement and for supporting us in delivering this symposium. Thank you, everyone, for joining so early in the morning or so late at night, depending on where you are coming from. It's great to see some old friends. Hello, everyone. It's also wonderful to see some people that I don't know quite yet. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I have just a few things I want to highlight in my opening words. These are just three concepts that underpin our symposium today. So to begin with, the first concept is the notion of futures literacy. I'm projecting my slides here, and you can see that this notion is associated very often with UNESCO. You can find a lot of information about it there as well. What does it mean, though, for us? What is futures literacy? I'm sure we can all kind of have an image of the future. We all know what the word future may mean. We are very much familiar with the word literacy. As educators, we talk about it all the time. But what is futures literacy? What does this phrase mean, especially when futures is in the plural? Well, futures literacy is a complex notion, but for us, it basically means this ability that can be trained, this ability to visualize a future, multiple futures. To be honest, it doesn't matter what kind of future. It could be a future that we're hoping we're going to face. It could be a future that we may be afraid of facing. It could be a future that we cannot even imagine at this particular moment. What's important is not the actual image, not what we imagine, but the process of imagining this future and the process of sharing that with others. In other words, storytelling. Telling stories to others about the futures that we imagine, being open to other people's visions of the future, being able to discuss and modify and move forward this way. Storytelling is really quite important. Today we have a session on storytelling. I see Chrissy here already. So Chrissy and her colleague will be talking more about storytelling. All I want to say is, please join our stories today, share your stories and listen to others. Storytelling is important because this helps us to uncover our assumptions. And for futures literacy development, uncovering these assumptions is really the key. So what are the assumptions that underpin our thinking about the future? Why do we imagine certain futures and not others? What are these assumptions? Uncovering these is really important. Sharing these with others is really, truly important. And then being able to change these assumptions is what actually moves us forward. So going back to what Professor Hong said about inclusivity, about being open to challenges, futures literacy is one way to face challenges, being able to see multiplicity, being open to others' visions. It prepares us, our students, to be accepting of uncertainty. Uncertainty in this world is everywhere. What we do about it is probably the key. So being open to uncertainty, also seeing it as a possibility, as a way forward, as something that we can take advantage of, as an opportunity. That's also really important. So I would like to invite you all to share your stories today, to listen to other stories, and also engage in reflecting about your assumptions, thinking about why you are imagining certain things and not others. On top of that, I would also like to invite you to help us to challenge our assumptions and help us to reframe our assumptions. Let's move forward this way together as a community, as a way, a place where we can create an even better future by discussing all kinds of possibilities we may not have imagined before today. So thank you once again for joining us today. These are the only things I really wanted to share. I would like to once again highlight the importance of plurality of futures, the stories that we tell about futures and our assumptions about them. I look forward to interacting with you all through the Q&A chats that I hope we will keep busy after presentations and during presentations. I look forward to the break sessions as well, because I think that's when a lot of interaction may happen as well. And in general, please stay in touch and enjoy today's symposium. Perhaps